Shock the monkey. Shock the monkey. Shit, I hit live already. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Welcome to Monkey in the Morning. I'm your host, the Ranting Monkey. He's Jack. Say hi, Jack.
Hi, everybody.
I hate when I do that, when even I don't realize that I just started it. Jack, how you doing tonight?
I'm all right. How are you doing?
I'm okay. Thank you, Retro Gamer, for the gifted sub that went out to Lion Patriot. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, my friend. Oh, Jack, what a day we have today.
Indeed.
We have stupid upon degenerate upon degenerate.
So must be Pride Month.
It is indeed. As the thumbnail said, they put the D in Pride today, man.
Yeah, they did.
Several D's, in fact. There were D's everywhere. Floppy penis as far as the eye could see.
Mostly in kids' faces.
Yeah, and yeah, they really were. I mean, look, we cannot even show the footage, guys. We can't show the footage because it is full-on frontal male nudity in a parade. Yeah. Where if you watch the side of the road to see, who's there, the kids that I would say the youngest kid I saw, Jack, 3 to 4 years old.
Yeah. I don't know who takes their kids to a sex fest, but Pride marches are just kink festivals on the streets. I don't know why you would take your kid to that. Then you're a weirdo and a pervert.
Thank you, understatement. Monk's horde-based design is a ostentatious display of poor caucasity due to his fallacy of underestimating spiders. The zombies ate me like nuggies, and my XP is now tortiously interfered with. My base design is fine. We just did not realize that the spiders can jump as high as they can now. Some of the changes they gave us with Alpha 21, we were made blissfully aware of. Blissfully, that's not the right word.
That's absolutely not the right word.
Disturbingly aware of. Jack, there's this zombie called a spider, and it can jump, and it usually can jump 4 blocks high. Tonight, it was jumping at least 7 blocks high.
That's not cool.
No, because understatement is the one who found this out. Is one jumped up there and ate his butt out.
Ew.
Yeah. So my apologies that happened, dude. But yeah, entirely not my not my fault. Did I say not my problem?
You were about to, yes.
Not my fault. I promise you, the next one will not have that issue.
He says now.
Well, look, it's a learning curve, man. We have not got a chance to really get in there and see what the zombie changes are, and live and learn, or die and learn in his case.
Yeah,
it's nice for me to have test subjects that aren't me.
Not for that.
Uh-oh, is that me cutting out, or is that him? Jack, are you there? Oh, it's Jack. Okay. Jack has storms down his way, so we might get him again. I went and looked because he was having issues. We had a storm earlier tonight, so did they. He had a second storm. I haven't got a second storm yet, and it doesn't look like we're supposed to. Jack, are you back?
I don't know, maybe 50-50. I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you now. Real quick, let me get this. Spartan John, thank you so much coming through with the feminist $12. I was excited to have Monkey help me get me through midnight shift, but right off the bat, I know I'm going to be righteously pissed off. Proceed, sir. Oh, don't worry, we'll get to it. I took the opportunity to, calm the audience because this gets nasty. This is fucking gross.
Yep.
There was a naked bike ride in a pride parade in Seattle today. Full nudity. Yep. The closest thing anybody had to anything covering them was a guy who painted himself. Excuse me. So sorry. Hiccups. My bad. Everything. I mean, the rest of it was just pure nudity. and they're riding around and stopping on the side of the street and giving high fives to people with their dicks about face level to the children who were there. Wouldn't that be illegal? Oh, Rick Ashbringer, you think so? No. It's stunning and brave.
Yeah, you see, some people are more equal than others.
Now, while we can't show you the video, and I'm sorry, we really can't, you can get a nice idea of it from the thumbnail. The reason that is so blurry is that is a picture from the video. And yeah, just full on nudity with their dicks out. What we can do, Jack, is talk about some of the reaction to it. And oh boy, do we have some good reactions to this. Did you see George Takei? Which one? Where did it go? I clicked off of it. God bless. I hate when I do that. That's all right. It's easy to find. Mr. George Takei, there you are. This is what he had to say about this. This is the second stupidest thing I read. The second stupidest thing. Even if there were no naked guys on bikes this year, they would find pictures or generate them and push the same agenda anyway. There is no fixing this by calling for self-censorship. You see, guys, you shouldn't tell grown men not to run around naked because they're just going to make it up that they were running around naked anyway. So you should just go out there and wave your dick in kids' faces, because if you don't, they're going to say you did anyway. How about this? How about don't wave your dick in kids' faces? How about this is degeneracy that we should not be a part of? This is literally, they would make it up. So the thing that they absolutely did is okay, because if they hadn't have done it, somebody would have said they did. What about murder? Yeah, go ahead and kill that guy, because if you don't, somebody's going to make that shit up anyway. Drug addiction, robbery, adultery, any other kind of degeneracy. Do we use that same fucking thing? Hey, look, they're going to say you did meth anyway, Mr. President's son. You might as well do some. This is among the dumbest things I've ever read in my life. And I mean that entirely, in my entire fucking life. But it's not the dumbest one I saw today in response to this. I don't understand the thinking here to where you get to, you can, don't self-censor. How is it self-censoring to wear clothes in public? How is that self-censoring? Isn't that what we call decency? And gay people, hear me out. It's time to get rid of the pride thing. You need to have decency parades. This is where you go ahead and have your parade and you wave your gay flag, but you're dressed decent and you're not, waving your genitals in the face of children. And hey, we're going to have a decency parade. We're going to show just a little bit of common decency. This is stuff, if you did it, if any one of you go outside, walk down the street naked, see what happens. Do you think they'd be like, oh, he must be really proud? No, they're going to throw you in jail for indecency. For fuck's sake, man. They're going to make it up anyway. But the thing is, they didn't have to make it up, asshole. It really happened. This isn't a matter of them going, oh, yeah, we went out there and we deep faked this shit. We deep faked it. No, this really happened. Just like the lady who laid in the pool and let people pee on her a few years ago. That was real. Nobody had to make that up. Why? Because pride parades are, as Jack said, they're kink fests. It's all they are these days. They are not about pride. They're about, look how fucking degenerate I am. What's up, Jack? Welcome back.
Yeah, glad to be back. Hopefully this holds up.
I hope so.
Hey, real fast. Thank you, Spartan John. Now, I'm assuming this is meant to be done as a musical number, so I'm going to improv this.
Sure.
Jack, I'll never let you go. Jack, don't go. Jack probably pushes you under the internet waves. Well, maybe a drowning would be one way to go. I don't know. It's not my preferred method, but thank you, Spartan John, for that feminist donation.
So, Jack, did you see George Takei's take on this?
Yeah, it's fucking dumb. That guy's an idiot.
He is.
I don't know why people think he's so amazing and funny, because he's stupid.
Well, it's because he's very lefty and he claps back, Jack. They love the clap back. They love a good clap back, even if it's stupid. If it makes no sense, they like a good clap back. I don't understand why. But, Jack, this is not the dumbest one I saw today.
Oh, that was from the Titanic. I didn't even get that. Thanks, Spartan John, for pointing that out. I liked it better as a musical number, sung to the Muppets theme.
That was a good song, honestly.
Yeah, if Titanic was done with Muppets, I'd watch it. I've seen that movie twice, and I fell asleep both times.
They desperately need to do that.
I would totally watch that.
Right. And you know what? Just to make it really good, it should be directed by the Batman guy.
Tim Burton?
Tim Burton, yeah. Tim Burton presents a Muppets Titanic. I would watch the fuck out of that.
Oh my God, I would too. I'd own that.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's like, yeah, I would like this on DVD and VHS.
And I don't even like Tim Burton. I just think it would go really well with the Titanic setting.
Yeah, it kind of would. You could make the Titanic look all gothic and dark.
He would really love when the lights all go out on the ship.
Yeah, and in the end, Kermit shoves Piggy off the door instead.
Yes. All right, Jack.
Sorry, I totally derailed whatever you were doing.
No. We hadn't even got to there. You ready for the dumbest take on this, or at least the dumbest I saw?
Well, I am.
Mr. Brian Krasenstein.
Yes, I saw this.
You are our winner tonight.
Oh, my God.
Brian says this. Let me get this straight. Libs of TikTok tweeted out a video of naked men on bicycles in order to make the point that naked men on bicycles should not be paraded in front of kids. And then in parentheses, I agree. Hold on to that I agree part, okay? Because just hold on to it. But in order to make this point, they share a video of naked men on bicycles on Twitter where millions of kids can now see this video. Note that I am only sharing a screenshot of the video and not retweeting it because I actually don't think that kids should be viewing naked men on bicycles online, unlike libs of TikTok. Twitter's open to kids 13 and older according to their terms of service, and libs of TikTok knows this. All right, so Brian's first take. Brian's first take is that libs of TikTok are pushing naked bicycle videos onto children. Does anybody think that's the point of what they were doing?
No, nobody thinks that. Just Brian, because he's a dumbass.
It's not like you and your brother, Brian, where they used to hang out in like Justin Bieber groups, and that's where you got half your fan base before you bought the account from the guy who ran it. Oh, sorry, we're not supposed to talk about that. My bad. It's not something that they were pushing to kids, you dumb son of a bitch. Not everything on Twitter's for kids. There's porn on Twitter, you dumb fuck.
Yeah, that's why there's an age demographic recommendation on that. They don't want kids on the platform. You stupid moron.
Well, somebody realized how dumb this was and asked Brian about it. They said, you're more upset that people are reporting that gay men are exposing themselves to 5-year-olds than you are that gay men are exposing themselves to 5-year-old kids. It's a good point.
Yeah, a very good point.
Don't worry, Brian has an answer. He says, number one, seeing a man naked on a bike isn't going to have much of an impact on any kid. They likely see their father or brother naked before. We're not all incestuous like you, Brian.
Yeah, what are you walking around the house with your dinker out? I don't understand that. Like, yeah, you may have accidentally seen somebody naked, but that doesn't mean you should wander out in the street and show it to strangers.
I have a feeling that most people have not seen their father riding a bike naked.
If they have, they definitely are going to need therapy.
Number 2, sharing an uncensored video of a naked man on a bike to an audience of possibly 30 million kids on Twitter is arguably worse than riding a bike, he meant Dan, naked in front of a kid or two in a planned event that the kid's parent took them to. I don't even know what he's trying to argue right there.
I don't think he knows.
Basically, that if you're a kid and you see this on Twitter, it's going to really affect you if you're 13 plus. But if you're a 5-year-old kid, I mean, it's not going to be no big deal. And it's nothing. It's nothing. Well, Brian, do you think 13-year-olds and 5-year-olds are the same?
He might. He's pretty dumb. But real quick, thank you, Spartan John, for that feminist donation. And Alicia Silverstone is Chunky Batgirl / Rose. Yes. Because they were both fat.
No, Piggy's got to be Rose, though. You could have Alicia somewhere else. She could be the iceberg.
Yeah. We probably could get the chick that played Rose to be the iceberg. She's probably still fat.
Oh, and she was so cute in that movie. I know she's too big for you in that movie. It was so cute.
Oh my God. When they showed her, I was like, oh, why is Big Head McGee here trying to hook up with this fat chick?
All right. Number 3, there are much, much worse things the average kid will see or hear online and offline in a typical week. Brian, what do you think kids... Jack, you remember being a kid, right?
Yeah. It was a long time ago now, but I do remember it.
How many worse weeks or worse things on the average week did you see than a man jangling his dick in your face?
I think that would have been pretty high on the list.
I can't think of many weeks where that wouldn't be the highest.
Yeah, like that's pretty fucked up.
Somebody asked him if seeing naked people on biking isn't going to have much of an impact on kids, why is there an age limit on strip clubs? At least they often have some sort of clothing on. And I don't know why this guy can't type. But Brian answers thus, because strip clubs sexualize nudity. See, the only reason that the naked girls in there, if they weren't sexual, if they were just sitting around with their legs spread open, you could bring kids in. No, that's the argument he's making, though. If you just had naked guys sitting around with their balls, on a leather couch and their wiener dangling over it, looking all sad, bring the kids. He's not done being stupid, though.
I know.
So yes, you're more upset about reporting the bad thing than the bad thing. Got it. And he says, I'm more upset that someone who claims to care about kids just posted the uncensored video onto a platform where 30 million kids. He loves that 30 million kids thing. Brian, you're a little too interested in that. 30 million kids were present in the last month alone. Why aren't you? Because you're the only one who saw that video and went, oh, I bet kids are watching this.
He probably said just like that while rubbing his nipples.
No, have you ever heard him speak? It would not be that deep. I bet kids are watching. He sounds like Mickey Mouse is getting mouth fucked.
Yeah.
There's another one in here where, and I don't have it saved, but there's another one where it's like, I saw a guy streak at a Philly game when I was not, I think he says 9 years old, and it had no effect on me. Was his dick in your face? How close to the penis were you? Because chances are, if you saw a naked man running, streaking, which, by the way, I don't approve of either,
no.
You probably might have seen like some dingly dangly, but not anything like you could describe it to a police sketch artist like these kids could.
Yeah.
You saw a butt crack, and that's what was funny.
Yeah, this is fucking degeneracy. I don't know who's defending grown men wagging their goods around in front of little kids or women for that matter. First of all,
Fair.
they're not attractive people doing it. Second of all, it's morally reprehensible, you sick fucks.
And why can't you just say that? Why can't you just say this is disgusting?
Because
Instead,
you're not allowed to. This is a protected class of people with all their
Well-
weird fetishes. You're supposed to just be like, oh, that's so stunning and brave.
But wait, I need an explanation of why he says that he doesn't think this should happen. But then he turns around, he's like, it's not going to hurt the kids at all.
I don't
Well,
know.
then why don't you think it should happen?
Like I said on Twitter, this is a game of what's on your hard drive, Brian.
No
Cranston.
shit. There's a ton of people. Somebody responded to me like everybody defending this should have their hard drives inspected, and probably should.
Absolutely. And I'm so tired of the fact that we are becoming a society that does not value our children,
Mhm.
that we are willing to throw them to whatever hedonistic savage or degenerate pervert wants to come along and touch them, mutilate them, kill them, whatever. It's fucking disgusting. It's full of civilization stuff. This is not sustainable behavior.
There was a naked bike ride in Wisconsin. There was a naked kid there. The police refused to investigate. I'm not shocked.
That's
The one
fucking
where-
gross.
Yeah, the one that the video is on Libs of TikTok, that is from the Seattle one. Somebody earlier asked if this was from Wisconsin, so I guess there was another one there, Jack, but that one I'm not familiar with. Either I don't care where it was, because you asked before we started the show. I said it was in Seattle, and you said where else? Anywhere they have pride parades. Honestly, you can't shock me about what's in pride parades anymore. What is shocking to me is that there's not more people upset about what happens at pride parades.
Yeah, but again, they can't be upset because then they're bigots and they'll lose their jobs. People are way too comfortable with the shenanigans going on because they're too afraid to lose their what little they have. And you know what? You're past that point, society. You're probably going to lose it anyway for some other innocuous thing. You might as well start bucking up like grown-ups.
The last 2 years, we had some pushback against this. I mean, even I don't want to call him a pedophile, but pedophile adjacent piece of shit like Vouch was saying, hey, you need to keep the sex stuff away from kids. When you even have him saying it, and this is the guy who said that kids can have a benefit from having sex with adults, said a lot of other really pedophile adjacent shit. That's a good pushback. And instead, they're like, you know what? Fuck all that. Let's go ahead and put our dicks in kids' faces. And this is why, a lot of the bullshit that we see, you and I have talked many times that the LGB needs to cut the T off. And that's true.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But this wasn't the trans folks. This was the weird gay people. And notice I said weird gay people.
Yeah, because normal gay people don't do this shit.
No.
But
normal
all the
people,
degenerates are coming out of the woodwork because they know that this is their opportunity.
Yeah. Look at how fucking weird I can be. That's not something to be proud of, first of all. Being a degenerate is not something you should be proud of.
But they are protected now. So the lowest common denominator of society feels emboldened, and that is not good.
Well, the arguments for the last couple of years was, hey, this is my identity, which another reason that is just some really fucking stupid shit. I identify as this. I don't give a shit what you identify. Identifying as a degenerate doesn't mean you should be pulling that shit in the middle of the street. Take it behind a closed door. You want to jump in a kiddie pool and let people pee on you? Fine. Do it in a closed space for adults only. You're a grown person. I don't care if you let somebody urinate on you.
Yeah, just don't do it in public.
Yeah, why are you doing it in public?
Yeah, have some fucking decorum and do that shit in the privacy of your home like normal people.
Did you see the fat guy twerking for body positivity?
Yeah, gross.
At least he was in his tighty whities.
Yeah.
But he's still walking down the middle of the street with only tighty whities and tennis shoes on, twerking in front of kids.
Yeah, because they don't see a problem with it. We used to have
Well,
a society that shamed and punished people for doing degenerate stuff in public.
look at the kind of stuff we've seen with the books and the teaching in schools. We have to teach them this. No, we don't. Yes, we do. It's acceptance. They shouldn't accept this. They shouldn't accept adults being naked in their face with their junk. Literally, right. Jack, have you ever hugged a 4-year-old?
No.
Having had kids and grandkids, if they get excited and they come running to give you a hug when they're about the 4-year-old age, you're going to take a headbutt to the nuts. It's just the size they are.
Yeah.
So these 4 and 5-year-olds, it's literally they're getting the dick eye view. Why would you do that? And to the parents who take their kids there, what the fuck is wrong with you? Not everything gay people do is magical. Some of it is fucking degenerate, just like some of what straight people do is fucking degenerate. You wouldn't take them to a straight parade. You wouldn't take them to a Christmas parade where everybody's got their dick out. Hey, look, we're all straight and we got our wieners out. Look at my candy cane. You wouldn't do that. You go, oh my God, why are they doing this? But since it's gay, oh, look how proud they are. You shouldn't be proud of that.
Yeah.
You should have some decorum, for fuck's sake.
Yep. Look, you cannot have this sort of behavior and have a sustainable society. It evolves very rapidly, and you start messing with people's kids, bad stuff's going to happen, unfortunately. So stop trying to mess with people's kids. Check that last link, Monkey.
I will. Here's another thing. I don't want to hear just that parents shouldn't take their kids, because I agree with that. But you guys know that that kids are coming there. You invite families. You want them there. So those of you who are doing this degenerate shit and going, hey, I didn't bring a child there. You knew they were going to be there, and it probably gave you a hard on. So knock it off. I don't want to hear your bullshit. Hey, I didn't bring the kids. You knew they were going to be there, you fucking degenerate.
You know, if I was a conspiracy theorist, I would think that they're trying to get some gay people shot so they can start blaming white supremacy.
Sure. Because they've tried to tie the anti-trans thing to white supremacy, even though a good portion of that is coming from women. Has nothing to do with anybody who's ever done a Sieg Heil or anything else.
Yep.
They're liberal women being like, no, stop it. Radical feminist, not exactly white nationalist, but they've linked it. Oh boy, have they linked it. I like this. This is a nice meme. It's not wrong. Way to stand up and make sure people know where you stand, Brian. Oh God, I hate these fucking people, Jack. And gay people, all right? You need to come out against this shit. Some of you have gays against groomers, and they've taken a bunch of shit for it too.
Oh yeah, hey, good on them though. We need more groups like that because they're actually sticking up for the kids. I've seen them go to school board meetings and say, "Look, this shit's got to stop," and they catch all kinds of hell for it. But good on them because that's the type of actual bravery you need in that community.
These people are degenerates. I don't associate all gays with this because most gay people aren't like this. Most gay people are just, we've talked about this yet. Most gay people are just gay. They're just gay. Where you and I, Jack, would sleep with women, they'd sleep with men. Only difference. And of course, I'm funny and good looking. But, and they probably decorate better than we do, Jack.
Yeah, there's that too.
Most gay people are just gay. It's the activists, and that's what we see in these parades. It's the weirdos. And you can't put that on all gay people. But this is how you get it put on all gay people.
And this is why there is a stigma against the gay community.
Green Lady Gray, thank you so much for becoming a member of the channel. Guys, good time to remind you, we're brought to you by you. Hit the like button, hit the share button. If you would, please consider donating to Jack or myself. Links at the top. Oh, it's not. I don't have a link today. It'll be linked here in a minute on your YouTube chat. It is in the description on Rumble and YouTube.
Jeff asked, "Who is Brian Krasenstein?"
Yeah, I saw that. I was going to get that. You interrupted. I was going to shill more.
Oh yeah, my bad. Sorry.
Damn.
I thought you were done. You had to pause there.
Well, I was going in. It was a dramatic pause.
Oh, okay.
So I was going to remind them to tell their friends, their family, and that bitch they hate, because maybe that bitch they hate will ride naked on a bicycle with them.
Oh, maybe. But what if she likes it more than she should?
Well, then you go for another bike ride.
No, you go for the spin cycle on the dryer.
All right, who's Brian Krasenstein? Brian Krasenstein is twin brother of Ed Krasenstein, and the two of them are con men who were running websites that were had ads on them that scammed people out of a shit ton of money. And the government said, either turn over the money or we're going to prosecute you. So they turned over $450,000 to the government, claiming that they did nothing wrong. After they left that, they decided to try other avenues of taking advantage of people. So they've either created different fan accounts or bought fan accounts and changed them to their names. And now they run around. During the Trump years, they jumped onto the hashtag resist movement and would just post all kinds of stupid resist movement with their bought followers who didn't, and I don't mean B-O-T, I mean B-O-U-G-H-T, bought followers, and really annoy the shit out of me. That's who they are.
Yeah. Yeah. He was saying purchased as in bought.
Oh, thank you.
He wasn't from Boston saying bot.
Yeah, it's. I heard it come out of my mouth, and with Twitter and bots, you know, got to be kind of careful. So.
Yeah. Well, you know, if you will know if you're from Boston if you say clam chowder as clam chowder.
Clam chowder. I can't do a Boston accent.
No, because it's.
Like I've hit my head a lot, but not enough to pull that off.
Right?
Yeah.
Real fast. Thank you, Dark Resurrect, for that feminist donation. What I find funny is the people who speak out against this degenerate shit the most are those of the color spectrum. It's all the caucasity inclined who preach it. So it seems white supremacy is on their side. Wait a minute. That's a good point, Dark. I hadn't thought about that.
All right, Jack. I don't want to talk anymore about these degenerates. If you have something to say, I'll let you, and then we'll move on to my next subject.
I think it's gross, and the gay community needs to police its own, or they're going to lose all the progress they've made in the last 30 years.
Yep. They should be the loudest voices here.
Yep, and they're strangely silent for the most part.
All right. I don't really care about that. I mean, it's yeah. I want to talk about Adam Kissinger. Yeah.
On purpose?
Yes. Because he said something extremely dumb today. And hang on. I want to get the video ready. We're going to turn it way down because we don't really need to hear it. Jack, there was a video of a kerfuffle. You like a good kerfuffle, don't you?
Oh, yes. Were there ne'er-do-wells involved?
I don't think there were, although that does look like a VW bus over here. All right, so this is the kerfuffle. What kind of groups do you see there, Jack?
I don't know. You started playing it without warning me, and I'm on the wrong screen.
Well, hang on. We'll pause.
Oh yeah, I've seen this clip.
So, now, wait. Not the joke answer. What two groups are here?
Rednecks and feds.
Okay, I said not the joke answer.
That's the actual answer.
The actual answer is Proud Boys and Patriot Front. Now,
I don't see how my statement was incorrect.
You're not wrong. But it's important we tell which two groups we're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
It's important for what Mr. Kissinger, former Congressman Kissinger, now regular over there on MSNBC because he's so conservative.
Ugh.
All right, that's enough of the kerfuffle. We don't need to see any more of the kerfuffle. Yeah. I just like saying kerfuffle.
I noticed. So Proud Boys and Feds posing as Patriot Front.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Joshua, Fed v. Fed. Yeah, kind of.
Well, informants versus agents.
Yes.
It's like their annual volleyball game, you know?
This is their picnic. Yeah. All right. So this is going on, and Adam had this to say. These people, all blue checks. Isn't it weird how the whole blue check thing is switched?
Yeah, they were so proud. Like, I'm a blue check. I paid thousands of dollars for this. Now it's like, you pay $7 a month. You're silly, idiots.
He says, these people, all blue checks, are celebrating a seemingly MAGA assault on federal officers. Now, I don't know what this really is, but take a gander at the comments of these patriots who love America. Adam. He does throw in there, I don't know what this really is. Come on, Adam. Come on. We know. And we know you know. That's Patriot Front. They are feds, and you just admitted that they're feds.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, how dare they go after these feds? I'm not sure they're feds. Bullshit.
Matt made a really good point. He said that was actually night footage, but it glowed so hard that it looked like daylight.
Right? God, Adam Kissinger's such a retard. When I saw this video, Jack, because I'd read his tweet, I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? And then I saw who was in it. And I was like, you got to be kidding me.
What the hell?
You're not supposed to say that part out loud, Adam.
He's pretty stupid. Like, and I mean really stupid.
Yeah, he's not a very smart man.
No, and we all know they're fucking feds.
We all know,
Patriot
yeah.
Front has looked like a fed op
Look,
since the beginning.
Jack, some of them got arrested one time.
Oh my God. Like, that wasn't staged at all.
Like, the feds have never arrested undercover agents before to sell the lie.
Yeah. Like, have you never seen a documentary on, like, the Hells Angels, dude? Like, come on. This is so lazy. It's not even, it's so try hard. Like, this is something somebody in an office with no imagination thinks would work on normal people. Like, we're not that stupid, dude. We've all seen episodes of Law and Order where shit like this goes on. Come on. You guys aren't even trying.
Some of them have been arrested before, so obviously it's not real. They're not really feds. How dare you?
Yeah, okay. And that video in the basement where they did the German salute.
Yeah, where they accidentally caught themselves doing it. Right, yeah.
Yeah, sure. That was totally believable, guys. Yeah, nobody saw through that, you fucking idiots. I did hear that
off, right?
Yeah. It's off, right? I couldn't wait to do that. Shut up. You're so fucking predictable. But what got me is during this, apparently the Proud Boys were pulling the masks off these guys, and they were getting real upset and trying to hide their faces.
Oh, yeah.
So, so maybe somebody won't surprise me if 4chan is working overtime to identify those guys.
Oh, yeah. But hey, they're just normal weirdos. That's all.
Yeah, they're just normal federales. I mean, just normal everyday citizens. How do you do, fellow insurrectionist? Ugh.
How do you do, fellow American citizen? All right. Final thing I want to talk to you guys tonight about. It's going to seem petty, but it's really not. I mean, it's a little petty. Jack, I have had my biggest tweet ever in the last couple of days.
Oh, good job, buddy.
And I didn't really say anything all that interesting. I'm not quite sure how it blew up the way it has, but hypocrite, you know who he is, right?
Yeah.
He tweeted out a picture of this woman who let a child color with marker on the inside of an airplane. Right here. Oh, yeah. You didn't see this?
No.
Yeah.
I haven't been online much today because I was driving around. I had errands and shit to do.
Says mom shares colorful travel hack to keep toddler quiet on flight. And yeah, it's he's coloring on the inside of the plane with a marker.
And nobody beat this stupid child.
No, look, this here is her taking the picture. The one on the right, you can tell she's taking the picture.
The fuck, man.
And then the one on the left, obviously, that's from her perspective too. So mom lets him do this. And I simply said, couldn't even have given him a dry erase marker instead. Not that a dry erase marker would clean much better, but it would clean better than a Crayola.
True.
And this guy says he's literally using Crayola washable markers. And so, Jack, I took this picture out and I blew it up real big. And there's no way you can tell that this would be a Crayola washable.
Yeah.
Crayola washables have a little blue thing on them right after it says Crayola that says washable.
Yeah. Even I know that. I don't have kids.
Which would be where his hand is.
Yeah.
Or on the other side of the marker. And you can't see it in either photo. They're very blurry photos for that.
And let's face it, the washables cost a little more, and I'm not buying that this lady spent the money on that.
So I asked him, like, you literally can't see it. And he sends this to me. This is a thing. Crayola markers are also preferred by teachers for all of their projects. Crayola ultra clean washable markers are formulated to provide brilliant color where you want while washing easily where you don't. And then he highlights this, which says, Crayola classic markers now have an improved ultra clean washable formula and come with 2 bold colors.
What's his point? You weren't pointing out that these didn't exist.
Well, you see, because it says Crayola classic markers, he thought that meant that all Crayola markers were washable. They're not.
No.
So I went to his link that this came from. I typed in the same thing right here, and then I went to this link right here and read it. And it's a little fact sheet from Crayola. Here's what it says. Or here's the link or the page for their regular markers, where it doesn't say anything about washability. And then if you scroll down a little bit more, you get this one, and it has the very quote that he quoted right there in the top paragraph. Now, why am I telling you all this? It's not just to shame this fucking retard for saying stupid shit. It's really not. If you want to try and go and prove somebody wrong, at least know what the fuck you're talking about. At least read the link. Do not just read whatever comes up on fucking Google, because it's just going to match your wording as best it can and pull the top thing and throw it up there. And there's a good chance you're going to be wrong.
I refer to this as the Hunter Avalone method of research.
It is 100% the Hunter Avalone method of research. I'm trying to help you guys out, and I mean that sincerely, because I know a lot of you like to argue. Go read. It doesn't take that long. Go make sure what you're reading is actually relevant to the argument. You know, Jack, sometimes I feel like the only guy who still reads. And I know I'm not. I know you do. I know many in the audience do. But when I'm arguing with people, they're like, oh, go look it up. And I go look it up, and they're 100% wrong about what they're saying.
Yeah, because they're stupid and lazy. When I worked at the bookstore many years ago, we used to have people come in, and they'd go to the manga section, and they'd flip through, and then they'd walk over, and you'd hear them commenting on other people who were in the regular books. And my favorite one, which I heard way too much, was reading. My dad does that.
Nice.
People just don't read much anymore because they're lazy and they don't like to be proven wrong. And they always assume they're right. So their first thing is to find something that seems to agree with them, cherry pick that, and move on with their day.
One of these days,
everybody else is as lazy as they are.
One of these days, I'm going to get the Jimmy Dore clip and just play it on here. Because he mentions during the pandemic, suddenly everybody's like, don't do your own. Why would you do your own research? And he said, you mean reading? Because that's literally what they were saying back during all that. You're not really doing your own research. Yeah, I am. I'm reading. That's research, you fucking retards. They're actually against reading now. You know, for science.
Yeah. Well, they're against education because they want the population stupid. Let's face it. Look at how low the standards are. You don't even need to know basic writing or math to get out of high school anymore.
Assassin of the Gray says Jimmy Dore is still a scumbag, though. Doesn't mean he's wrong everything he says. I don't like Jimmy Dore. I've disliked Jimmy Dore since he spit on Steven Crowder. Because that is fucking
Alex
disgusting,
Jones.
and I don't like that.
That's Alex Jones.
Oh, sorry, Alex Jones. Alex Jones. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that was fucking gross.
Yeah.
And Alex should have punched him for that.
Yes. That is about as disrespectful as you can get without actually shitting on somebody.
Yeah.
And I have thought very lowly of him since then. However, there's a couple of things that he is right on. He's almost a free speech absolutist. He might hate what you say, but Jimmy will, even more than Bill Maher, because Bill Maher likes that shit, but he got really timid with his free speech endorsement there for a while.
Yeah.
Jimmy's out there going, Jimmy's come out and said, Alex, the man he spit on, should not be censored.
Good for him for that. But yeah, I don't like Jimmy Dore either, but he's not wrong. People need to start reading more and educating themselves, because soon the opportunity to do that won't be there anymore.
He says, except when Alex Jones is the one doing free speech. No, he absolutely has come out repeatedly and stood up for Alex Jones getting deplatformed.
He just hates Alex Jones.
He just hates Alex Jones. I don't agree with most of his politics. I really don't. But he is right on these two things, on the free speech and on the you don't want me reading? You don't like me reading? Anyway, so that's all I have tonight, Jack. It seems like you brought quite a bit.
You said you didn't have a lot, so
I know.
I found a bunch of stuff.
I was setting it up as though you were just, really exuberant about the show.
Oh, no, I always have a ton of shit on standby in case we run out.
Jimmy Dore's good these days. He's covered a lot of important issues. Again, I agree with him on some stuff, but Jimmy Dore is still a big lefty. It's the same thing with Robert Kennedy. I agree with him on a very little bit. Still think he's wrong most of the time. He's a huge lefty.
Yeah.
And
I may agree with him occasionally, but Jimmy Dore's a piece of shit, and I think he looks like a dirty gremlin.
He does. He looks like he could play Gargamel.
Yes.
He wants to eat Smurfs. But I see a lot of conservative leaning people. I saw them do this with Andrew Yang. Saw him do it with Tulsi Gabbard. You hear a couple of things from these people and you jump on board with them. Not necessarily you guys. Some of my friends even, and I've had these conversations with them. But this real big lefty will say one or two things that they agree with, and they're on their side totally. I'm like, have you listened to the rest? Have you read the rest of the shit they say? Tulsi Gabbard, fucking Bernie bro. How can you be conservative and jump on with a Bernie bro?
Because they're hoping that these people will change, and they're not going to.
Andrew Yang preached communism. That's what he was preaching.
But if you're in the Yang gang, your woman will get a wedding ring.
Oh, man. I'm conservative. I support Andrew Yang. I don't think you know what conservative means. But anyway, that doesn't mean that they never say anything that I agree with. It's just that overall, they're not anybody I would support for what they do. Oh, God damn it. You let off with Merrick Garland. I haven't even seen this. I just see his face and I get depressed.
To be fair, you skipped one.
No, I got to scroll up. Okay. I'm not used to having to scroll.
Scrolling.
But since I already have it up, we might as well. I'm not going to read what that says. Just get it started. I dislike this man intensely.
It's because he's a piece of shit whose ego is weaponizing the DOJ.
This man reminds me that I'm supposed to eat a baby aspirin every day.
Yeah.
And if you guys don't understand that, you haven't had heart problems, and good for you. All right, let's make sure our volume is up here. I've literally not heard any of this, so if it's too loud, let me know, Jack. It is as loud as it can go, though.
Mr. Attorney General, Republicans in Congress have flirted with the idea of holding the FBI director in contempt. It's become a talking point on the campaign trail, the alleged corruption in the FBI and other federal law enforcement agencies. Do the American people have cause to be concerned about the integrity of the components of this Justice Department, and what do you have to say about how they're acting?
Okay, so the question is, Republicans are talking about holding Director Wray in contempt. Not only should they hold him in contempt, they should kick him out of office.
Yes.
They should absolutely kick his ass out of office. He's a piece of shit. He is not doing his job, which part of his job is to respond to the oversight that Congress has over him. Period. End of story. And this stuff really started way back with, Eric Holder, that fucking retard.
Yep.
When he got away with saying, no, I'm not going to give you guys any information on Fast and Furious. Nah.
Yeah,
and nothing was done. Nothing was done. Anyhow, let's see what Dick Knows here has to say.
I certainly understand that some have chosen to attack the integrity of the Justice Department.
I certainly understand that some have decided to attack the integrity of the Justice Department.
Yeah, how dare you, sons of bitches.
What fucking integrity? Rick, exactly. Yeah, you owe me a Coke. Oh, and Jennifer beat me to it. So you're just smarter than me. I haven't seen this. I have to stop here because that is probably one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. What he should have said is, I understand that there's worry and good reason, and we'll be looking into it. And I'm just saying this is the right answer.
Yeah.
And we will cooperate fully with Congress in this. That's the right answer. Because the Durham report, Jesus fucking Christ, the stuff coming out about the IRS, Justice oversaw that. These were the choices they were making. You have no fucking integrity. You have partisan bullshit. All right. Sorry.
And as components and its employees by claiming that we do not treat like cases alike.
By claiming we don't. Hunter Biden is guilty of 3 counts of tax evasion. Allegedly. And you guys gave him a slap on the hand for 2 counts of misdemeanor paying taxes. Anyone else would have been charged with tax evasion.
Yeah. Anybody else would be in jail probably for 20 years with what he's alleged to have done.
Yes. And there's no fucking way that they'd be like, we're going to let this one go. You've thrown mobsters in prison for what he did. But hey, fuck it. Never mind. You guys have not seriously looked into the Biden family at all.
Why would they want to do that? They're busy going after Trump, dude. And parents at school board meetings.
Oh, yeah, don't forget that. Because they are white nationalists that you really got to worry about because they're the most dangerous thing in the country.
Yes. They have to find some white nationalists. So they're going to look at anybody that disagrees with them.
All right, Dick Knows. You got another, 30 seconds, 45 seconds?
This constitutes an attack on an institution that.
You need to let him finish the thought, dude. Because I knew you were going to do that right there, but you got to let him finish the thought before you get mad.
All right.
By claiming that we do not treat like cases alike. This constitutes an attack on an institution that is essential to American democracy and essential to the safety of the American people.
Can I do it now?
Sure.
This constitutes an attack The members of Congress who have oversight over you and the FBI, you dumb motherfucker, them doing their jobs is an attack on you.
It's an attack on democracy itself.
On
Obviously.
democracy. It puts our whole nation in danger.
And when the head of the DOJ says this is an attack on democracy, do you think he's going to start investigating every single one of the people that are opposing him?
Yep. This motherfucker is going to go full Hoover, man. If he hasn't already.
I'm sure he has, actually. I would not doubt that for a second. I think this man is a massively dangerous human being.
This is an attack. I mean, I guess by the definition, maybe you can make that fit. What it actually is Congress doing their fucking job. Fuck, man. All right. Director Wray is refusing to testify and turn over evidence that he has to these different committees.
He's refusing to put in peril our democracy by turning things over to these extremist MAGA Republicans who are probably white nationalists.
I might need to take an aspirin right now. Fuck. All right.
Nothing could be further from the truth. You've all heard me say many times that we make our cases based on the facts and the law. These are
what? Just the Hunter case. Just the Hunter case. How the fuck do you get up there and say that we make the case based on the facts and the law? Take the Trump case. How do you make that case when you're having to twist the law to try to make it fit him? How?
They're doing the Lord's work.
Son of a bitch. I hate this man. Have I said I hate this man?
I, for one, think he is a glorious, upstanding citizen who is trying to protect freedom for all of us.
I hate this dick-nosed cunt. Here we go.
are not just words. These are what we live by. They're
No,
the
they're not.
foundation of the way we make these decisions.
No, it's not.
The agents of the FBI, as well as the DEA, the ATF, our deputy U.S. Marshals, every day, often at great personal risk, protect the American people and secure its safety.
So when a man lies on his gun application, and then the gun that he buys with the ill-gotten gun throws it in a trash can, how did you protect the American people by not actually doing anything about that?
Well, Hunter is an American people, and they protected him from consequences.
I know we still have to
counts.
use the word alleged, but Hunter Biden absolutely lied on his gun application.
Oh, yeah. And he's working for foreign companies against the interests of the American people. So why isn't he a foreign agent? But, we don't look at these things because he's a special person, and special people are immune to the law. And Merrick Garland here is obviously one of those people that thinks that special people are immune to the peasants' laws. The laws for the peasants only apply to peasants, monkey.
Assassin of the Grave says, Bo's widow threw it in the dumpster. She stole a firearm, a felony. That would be true if you actually believe she's the one that did it.
I think
don't.
he did it.
Yeah. In fact, the place he says that it was thrown away, behind a fucking convenience store, sounds like somewhere you'd go to score some crack.
Yeah. Garland here is pulling the how dare he attack our institution? We are democracy.
Yes, we are the law.
Yeah, he's pulling the Fauci. Like an attack on these on me is an attack on the institution. We're good people and we're better than them, and I'm gonna have to investigate these Congress people that are saying these things because they're obviously a threat to democracy.
Mess says, I heard some brown guy did it. No, some brown guys. It was multiple Mexicans, if you remember correctly. Yeah, so he also lied during this investigation. There's lying to federal officials. There is obstruction of justice. Not charged with any of that shit. None of it. Tell me again about how it's all about upholding the law, you fucking piece of shit.
Cases are based on their
he's upholding the laws he selectively chose to.
Fair enough.
work. I could not be more proud to work.
Yeah, but you're a cunt, so what does that mean to me? Goddamn. I don't think I've ever heard Merrick Garland speak and not been angry afterwards.
That's because he's not a Supreme Court justice. And he blames the Republicans for that.
Well, I mean,
specifically Trump.
It was the Republicans' fault, in fairness.
Yeah.
But that's not how you go about getting reprisals.
Yeah, this is revenge.
Oh, God. Ladies and gentlemen, we're brought to you by you. Welcome to my angry show. Hit the like button. Please, share with your friends and your family that bitch you hate. If you can, donate to Jack and myself if you're enjoying the show and have the means. Otherwise, just enjoy the show. All right. Seriously, I am angry.
It should be. That's why I didn't put this as number one.
What a dick.
Yeah.
What do you think about them talking about holding him in contempt? He doesn't address why they're want to hold him in contempt at all.
No, why would he do that?
They want to hold him in contempt because he's refusing to answer questions. You know, the shit you guys went after other people for.
No. See, you're allowed to do that when you're holding things back from extremists.
From those extreme MAGA Republicans. What a dick. All right. Let's move on. We got some female-only lesbian group. That sounds like it's just normal. Shouldn't all lesbian groups be female-only?
You'd think so.
Am I missing something? All right. Female-only lesbian group barred from Pride Month events over transphobia. Do you remember when Pride was gay pride?
Yeah.
This is something that started a couple years ago where they started excluding gay people because they were, it tends to be the lesbians because they don't want dicks in their spaces.
Yeah. I mean, look, they're just scared of the female peen. And I understand their concern, but you don't want to be a TERF, do you?
Well, this is what with Ariel Scarcelli. It's that how you say her name?
I think so.
She was the one that was invited to an event. I think it was in Australia to speak on a stage with lesbians. It was a lesbian panel. She's a lesbian. They're like, hey, lesbian, you want to come talk? And she said, yeah, I'll come talk. And then a trans woman was like, oh, I don't think she should be up here. And so they took the lesbian off the lesbian panel to put a woman with a penis on there.
Yeah. Not a woman with a penis like in a jar or something. No, it's a dude in a dress.
A dingly dangly of their own.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, by the way, I accidentally put this story in the list twice. Just ignore it.
Oh, okay. When I see it, I'll just skip it.
Yeah.
A female-only lesbian advocacy group in France was excluded from their local pride parade on the basis that they did not allow membership of trans-identified males. Femmes enter Ellis. I don't know what that means. Women entering Ellis? I don't know.
Women entering Ellis.
Women entering. Sometimes they do. They got fingers. Was labeled transphobic for restricting its advocacy to issues faced by women. It's a women's group. The ghost of intersectionality will just not die. We can't exercise this motherfucker.
No, intersectionality is here to stay. We're a communist country now. Just accept it.
Colorford Glass says our universe no longer makes sense. You know what? I think there's got to be a place where the universe does make sense. It's just not here on Earth.
Yeah.
Fuck. Femme enter Ellis. I know I'm saying I don't speak French, and I can't do a French accent because I'm hetero. Which translate to women among themselves is a single-sex association for lesbian and bisexual women that has operated for over 30 years. Look, we know you've been in the fight for a long time, but go fuck yourself. It has been involved in campaigns to support women's sex-based rights and the rights of lesbian women. But on May 27th, the group was informed via email that they were not welcome to participate in the annual Pride March in Rennes, which was held on June 17th. Leading local LGBT center Iskis explained that the decision was made because the lesbians did not welcome the membership of men who claimed to be women. All right. We've had this discussion so many times. Lesbians don't want dick, okay? They don't want it around them. They're not the dick-tastic people, okay? You want straight women. That's what you're looking for. They like penis, or gay men. They like the penis too.
No, monkey, you don't understand. See, lesbians just don't understand that this is lesbianic to have sex with dudes in dresses because, yes, there's a feminine penis there, but it's better than a strap-on.
Heterosexual sex, where the man is wearing a dress, is no more gay than any other heterosexual sex. A man and a woman having sex, that is heterosexual sex. Period. End of story. That's what it fucking means.
If you're a bigot.
I guess I'm a bigot. Oh, I fucking hate this world sometimes.
Yeah, the lesbians just have to learn to get along and have sex with the feminine penis. Because otherwise they're bigots. That's the lesson to be learned here.
Yeah, they got to stand up and fight for men's rights because reasons. All right, whatever. Next up, oh my. It's TikTok related. Senator says TikTok confirms some U.S. data stored in China. Well, no shit. A pair of bipartisan law, because they tried to get around the whole China thing by saying that they moved their data centers offshore.
Yeah, offshore onto a Chinese island.
Yeah, one of the ones that they built themselves. A pair of bipartisan lawmakers are demanding answers after TikTok admitted to storing American user data in China. We're extremely concerned that TikTok is storing Americans' personal private data within the reach of the Chinese government, said Senators Marsha Blackburn, Republican of Tennessee, and Richard Blumenthal, who is a piece of shit Democrat of Connecticut. You know, the other day when they were censoring Adam Schiff, the Democrats several times brought up George Santos. Like, how dare you have George Santos? You guys have Richard Blumenthal on your side.
Yeah.
This is a motherfucker who claimed to have gone to war when he didn't. He's a stolen valor piece of shit in Congress.
Yep.
Frankly, the motherfucker should have been charged for it. It's illegal. Anyway. TikTok executives appear to have repeatedly and intentionally misled Congress when answering how the company secures and protects the data of Americans. Thank you, High King Fenor. How are you? Did you guys see George Takei's dumb take about the naked cyclist? Yes, we did. We talked about it at the top of the show, my friend. Probably about 5 minutes in.
The only thing that George Takei has ever done that was any good was Star Trek and that oh my thing that was funny for like 5 minutes. That's it.
I still like the oh my thing from time to time. Some people way overdid it.
Yeah.
But a couple of episodes of the original series and the little bit that he did in Star Trek 4, most of the time he could be replaced by a robot and nobody would notice because he's a minor character on the show.
Yeah. No, I thought he was fine on the show. It wasn't my favorite character or anything, but it's the best thing he's ever done.
I guess in 6, they kind of had him as the captain of the Excelsior. But again, it's not that he did anything amazing in the role. You could have had anybody else do it.
Mm-hmm.
They just tied it in, for the sentimentality of it. You could have had Chekhov go be there.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have been any difference. You could have Uhura go do it. Work her way up from phone operator to captain.
Switchboard.
It is amazing if you watch the original one how much it looks like she's operating a switchboard.
It does.
Anyway, TikTok's response makes it crystal clear that Americans' data is still exposed to Beijing's draconian and pervasive spying regime, despite the claims of TikTok misleading public relations campaign. Officials with the company, which previously said under oath before Congress that Americans' data had always been stored outside China, in a letter Friday said creator content data is handled differently. Wait. So the people who are watching TikTok, we're not storing their data in China. The people who make the videos, all of that shit stored over there. Do you really think they were thinking about the people who were just watching it?
I think they're going to find a way to split hairs no matter what.
We stand by the statements made by our company executives to Congress, TikTok wrote in the letter. We were asked about, and our testimony focused on, the protected user data collected in the app, not creator data. They really are. They're talking about the people who are watching. Like, hey, we don't store that. Yeah, because that's the big one there, right? We're spying on the creators, though. Hey, TikTok creators, how you feeling right now?
Especially if your parents work in any kind of critical infrastructure or government office. A little nervous, maybe.
A Forbes investigation revealed that internal documents of some of the platform's top creators, including tax forms and social security numbers, are stored in China. Creators are paid by TikTok's parent company, ByteDance, which is based in China. Public data, business metrics, interoperability data, and certain creator data if a creator voluntarily signs up for a commercial program to be supported by TikTok in reaching new audiences and monetize comments, the company said in its letter. TikTok believes that the Forbes article cited in your letter was referencing certain creator data, such as signed contracts and related documents for U.S. creators who enter into a commercial relationship with. All right, so guys, if you signed up for a commercial relationship, they're going to store all your data in China.
And they're probably tracking your phone.
Jesus Christ. Look, Jack, I don't think TikTok should be banned. I think they should be probably at least heavily regulated.
And shamed publicly because they're a Chinese spy app.
But if you guys are using this and your data is stolen by the Chinese, what did you expect? The Chinese are known for stealing shit, okay?
Yeah.
Especially from us. Fuck me. But we didn't lie to you. Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah,
it wasn't a lie. It was a deception.
It was a misunderstanding. I'm surprised. Hey, it wasn't me. Just use the Eddie Murphy defense. Yo. Or the Shaggy. That's how most young people know it, right? Because Shaggy kind of took that over.
Yeah. And by young people, you mean people between 30 and 40.
Yeah.
That song's like 20 years old.
Because Eddie Murphy did that first in Raw. Hey,
yeah.
Wasn't me. Which, by the way, is still one of the funniest moments of Raw, in my opinion.
Oh, Raw and Delirious were two of the best stand-ups ever.
Maybe it wasn't you. I fucking love that line. Ooh. I can't do it the way he did. But y'all know what I'm talking about if you've seen it. All right. Oh, wow. This is kind of racist. Latest Chinese social media trend, white people food. I'm laughing at that title more than I should. That's funny.
I thought so too.
I mean, white people, there's a lot of white people out there.
Yeah, but China's doing it because they're like, oh, look at my white food. Look at me, I'm all white with my round eyes.
You can't really do this with any food. Be like black people food. Like, okay, are you talking about South United States, Northern United States, Zimbabwe? They're entirely different diets.
Yeah, if you're talking like Ethiopia, it's like dirt and a little bit of beets and lettuce.
Hey, sometimes they get UN rations.
Oh my god, never eat Ethiopian. It's fucking disgusting. It's very bland, and it might as well just be a plate full of dirt.
And the same thing with Asians. You can't do that. The Hispanic people, you can't do that because you can't just say white people food.
Yeah.
You ever seen the kind of shit they eat in Britain?
Oh my god, yeah. Or haggis.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
in Scotland, yeah.
Yeah, you can't lump like blood pudding in with pizza. They're
Right.
both considered white people food, but one's good and the other's blood pudding.
Yes. Now, for the record, I will say this. In my lifetime, I want to eat a traditional English breakfast just once. I also want to eat that giant pizza box full of food that they do in I think it's Canada. Is it Canada or still the UK that does that? And we just pile a shit ton of food in there and go, that's a lunch.
Oh, a lot of places do that. Canada, the UK, you could do that in Asia too. They have little to-go boxes where you can, it's basically like a buffet once over. But yeah, I think you're thinking of the UK. Scotland, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. I know what I'm talking about. I just don't remember the name and exactly where it's from. Not poutine. I know what poutine is. But
poutine is gross.
We have such varied food. I mean, the Irish are up there eating potatoes and turnips. Poor bastards. Anyhow, a munchie box. Yes, that's what I'm thinking about. Where's it from?
Scotland. It says it right there. Scotland has the munchie boxes.
Okay, well, I didn't see that one. I read the other one. Yeah, So Scotland. That's the one I want to taste or try. So I want an English breakfast and a munchie box, and then that'll probably be the day I die. Just saying. Have you guys seen how much food is in there? Jesus fucking Christ. All right. Both Western news outlets and Chinese state media this week uncovered a hot new trend on Chinese social media: white people food. The trend consists of Chinese users expressing astonishment at the horrifying discovery that some Americans and Europeans eat sandwiches and salads for lunch. When do they eat them? Is sandwiches a dinner-only thing in China? Or is that like a special event because you get carbs?
That's if your social credit score is high enough. That's your reward.
All right. The gist of the white people food craze, most colorfully dubbed the lunch of suffering by one. The lunch of suffering by one Chinese blogger is that Chinese diners prefer more elaborate and heavily spiced meals, so they cannot believe Westerners would be satisfied munching on lettuce out of a bag or making lazy sandwiches with a few scraps of processed meat and a forlorn slice of cheese. All right, look, Chinese people. I know if you're living in the big city, you might get to eat, but not all of you are eating like that. Some of your relatives are out there eating dust.
Right? Small town China, largely dirt fucking poor. They're out working in the field. They eat like a bowl of rice, and if they're lucky, they get meat one day a week.
Yeah, you like heavily spiced because you eat rice, and otherwise it has no fucking flavor.
And these days, spice largely means mixed with salt.
Yes.
Even overseas.
Yeah, you should see some of the sandwiches I make. They are mwah. Anyhow.
Yeah, but what they think of when they think of American food is kind of weird.
Well, I mean, look at the top. They're showing a salad. Nobody eats their salad like this. You put something on that.
Yeah, some ranch or
oh god, yeah, some
French
ranch
or something. And first of all, I never understood.
And a crouton.
Yeah, but corn, that's weird to me.
I thought so too, but a cold cooked corn is actually pretty good on a salad. Same with peas.
That's some commie shit there. I don't trust that.
Commies don't get corn, man. Just saying.
High-ranking ones probably
do. Chinese people eating white people food to experience what it feels like to be dead. Fuck. All right, China. Good one on there. All right, we'll just throw this into chat if anybody wants to read the rest of it.
It's pretty funny.
That's fucking hilarious. Oh yeah, and that's needed after Garland and lesbians with dicks. Oh man, that's wonderful. To know what it's like to be dead. That's beautiful. You know what? I have some hope for the Chinese, and it is with their young. The problem is that they're gonna literally beat that out of them.
Yeah, they'll crush their spirit.
Yeah.
They'll break them with their social credit scores.
Yeah, they'll just look what they've done with like the entertainment over there.
Yeah. It's such a heavily controlled population as it is.
Yep.
And it's getting more authoritarian every day.
Hey, you can't have any female-looking guys on TV. We wouldn't have TV anymore.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at the UK where you have to pay to get TV.
I watched the latest episode of, this is just a side tangent, of It's Always Sunny. And normally I'd watch it without commercials, but we couldn't today. The storm was causing problems, so we watched it a different way with commercials. And I saw 2 movies, Jack. And both of them are female-led comedies, and nothing in either of them looked funny at all.
Well, that's because most women aren't funny.
One of them is like Joy something.
Joyride, yeah.
Is that what it is?
Uh-huh.
That looks dumb as fuck. There wasn't. It said it's like not bachelor party. What's the one? Hangover. Thank you. And I'm like, I laughed at the Hangover quite a bit because there's a lot of silly, stupid shit in it. But there was none of that in this trailer. Look, guys. There's some funny women actresses out there. For instance, Dee on Always Sunny, she nails that shit.
Oh yeah, that chick's hilarious.
But you know what she doesn't do? Write the lines. That's done for her. Get men to write your comedies.
Yeah. Real quick. Thank you, Evolved Potato. I just want to tell people that a new Chinese trendy food is flavored rocks. I mean, literal rocks that you stick the spices off of, that you spit out the pebble to be reused. Yep, that's a real thing. It is. I skipped that article because I wanted to do the white people food one. But yeah, I saw that the other day. And it's stupid. Chinese people are very odd. So it wouldn't surprise me if they were eating the actual rocks because they don't have enough food.
Monk, have you seen the trailer for Blackening? I have not.
It's a comedy horror film about, how black people always die first.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they trigger this thing. It's sort of like a Jumanji kind of thing. And then somebody comes around and is trying to kill all the black people. It looks like it's actually probably going to be fairly funny. All right, I'll drop you the trailer in DMs.
Yeah, that's one that if they do it right, could be done well.
Yeah, it could be really funny. So,
too woke to wage war. The world is seeing tensions rise between major global powers, reaching levels not seen since the Cold War. Russia invaded Ukraine. China has its sights on Taiwan. And now Russia and China are partners allied against the United States. The U.S. has made a series of poor decisions. Way to downplay it. Way to downplay it. We've been making bad decisions since Syria under Obama. Well, you can go back to Iraq and Afghanistan under Bush if you really want to.
Yeah.
That have now put us in the position of not being able to wage war on 2 fronts, something we successfully did in World War II. First, we decided to deplete our weapons arsenal by sending more than $110 billion of money and materials to Ukraine. True. Second, we let our Navy shrink to a fleet of only 296 ships in fiscal 2020. Compared to the 417 vessels in the Chinese Navy. Yeah, the Chinese have been building up. We read stories about this not long ago. And at one point, Jack, they only had like 1 aircraft carrier that was repurposed from another country. They've been building their own now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think the 3rd one's due to launch here soon.
The United States is underprepared for war with China, retired U.S. General Jack Keane warned in January. He continued, We are not as prepared as we should be. We do not have an effective military presence in the region. China has more ships, more planes, and more missiles than the United States has. True, true, and true.
Yep.
We've been closing bases all over the world. And there's lots of people who cheer that on. Yay, close that U.S. base. That's fine until a war breaks out.
Yeah, and we've been giving away a lot of our equipment. Look at how much was abandoned in Afghanistan alone. Plus all the stuff we've given to Zelensky. We are critically low on equipment.
And still having trouble even getting the parts to make it all.
Yeah. We're at a really bad footing because a lot of this stuff has to be specifically made, in a certain way. And if we don't have the parts, we don't have the manufacturing to just crank it up and make it.
But it's okay because some of our sailors had gay moms.
Yeah.
But what has the military response been to Russian aggression in Europe and threat of China invading Taiwan? It has doubled down on divisive, harmful leftist policies that undermine military readiness and national security. Indeed, it's fair to say the military is now too woke to fight. I would agree with that.
Starting to look that way. I just read an article earlier about they're having problems because the Republicans are blocking a bunch of nominees for various military positions because they keep saying stuff like, yeah, I want to hire more diverse people.
Yeah.
Instead of that, how about you hire people that actually could go kill people and break things?
The other day, Biden, whoever writes for him on Twitter, tweeted out something to the effect of, we nominate highly qualified people. And I asked, I didn't get a response yet, but well, how come that they all have some kind of diversity check?
Yeah, well, that is their qualification. I mean Karine Pierre tells you right there, she's totally unqualified for that job, but she fits all the check boxes.
You got a gay lesbian up there, and she's black. A gay lesbian, really? That's a gay lesbian, in case you were wondering. Not like those straight lesbians who are just guys in dresses. We have a problem with being able to fill recruitment, the Navy especially.
Yeah.
Even with the drawdown of ships, they can't meet their recruiting goals. And so they came out with a new ad campaign that was more similar to Be All You Can Be. No, that was Army. What was the Navy one?
I don't remember.
They had it was something adventure. I can't remember. I saw it so much as a kid because my dad was a recruiter there for a while. And if the Army's tried to do it too, as they come back with the Be All You Can Be knockoff. They're reaching back to the 80s to try to get it, but they're still doing it with a whole bunch of nonsensical diversity bullshit.
Yeah. Well, they don't want to go back to the ultra masculine way they used to recruit because they think that's weird and gross.
That's who you want to recruit, though. The kind of guys, and I do mean guys, who look at those commercials and go, that's what I want to be.
Yeah.
The kind of people who realize that in the Marines, they're going to do everything they can to try to make you cry.
Oh, yeah.
Not that they do that anymore because they've softened that shit up. Drill sergeants have to be nice and shit now.
Ugh, dumb.
You can't be Louis Gossett Jr. anymore.
That may be mean in the short term, but it will keep you alive in the long term.
The whole point is to break you down, to find your weakness and fix you, make you tough. What we need to do now is give them a big hug.
Yeah, you need to dismantle all the outside nonsense and then rebuild a soldier.
Marines have drill instructors, Monkey. I'm not talking just Marines. I mean, Navy, Army, everybody has a boot camp. And there are drill sergeants out there. It used to be tough to go through this stuff. And now it's like, come on, we'll send you down to the psychiatrist to make sure you're okay.
Best 2 out of 3 chances. And then, oh, you can't climb the wall, just walk around it.
And it's mostly geared towards women. That's what it is.
Yeah, well, I mean, they have to have women in there now. I mean, can you imagine a team of Navy SEAL chicks? I'd be like, I'll take my chances on my own. Just give me one of your guns.
Mick says depends on training. Elites like Navy SEALs and SAS have brutal training. Typically, you don't enter the military as a SEAL. Typically, you go in as a sailor and then become a SEAL.
Well, and on top of that, the SEALs are such a small group.
Yeah.
You need to have functional people, competent people in your regular rank and file. So if the Chinese are focusing more on the discipline and training than we are, they're going to be better prepared. They're going to have people that are more capable. Even if their equipment kind of sucks because it's knockoffs of our stuff, they can still overwhelm me with numbers.
Monkey never pays attention to me unless it's out of context. Homie, I read the stuff as I notice it. It's not because I'm like, oh, I saw he said this and I'm going to take him out of context. You're taking it way too personally.
You're assuming he's reading chat most of the time.
No shit. Not winning wars with SF or SOF troops. I don't know about the other militaries of the world, Jack, but we've seen some really stupid shit coming out of our military leaders.
Yeah. I mean,
Nonsense.
we saw two of our ships collide in San Francisco Bay.
Yeah. How long before we get blind snipers and deaf radio operators? Are you suggesting we don't already?
Yeah, we probably have some people like that already.
They're lesbians, so it's okay.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. We're woefully unprepared because they're focusing on this diversity and inclusion shit, and they're not getting ready to fight a major combat with China, and we're going to lose some serious fights and lose a whole bunch of really qualified people in the event things go crazy, and they probably will at some point. We are woefully unprepared for that.
It doesn't stop there. Politicians and military leaders have decided that the true key to total military victory is to strip Confederate namesakes from installations, ships, awards, and more, so the names do not trigger any soldiers, sailors, or airmen. The cost of renaming 9 Army bases that honored the Confederacy has nearly doubled to $39 million.
Yep.
Wow. When not spending time on drag shows or inappropriate names, our military leadership and the Biden administration are also extremely concerned with the carbon footprint of our military machine. The Biden administration has mandated the U.S. military implement an all-electric vehicle fleet by 2030. Jack, how much do you know about the North African campaign in World War II?
Not a lot. Probably slightly more than the average high schooler.
Both sides had problems because tanks take a lot of gas.
Yeah. Well, that's what the Germans were down there for, was to get oil.
And both sides, during the push back and forth, at one time or another, were so low on gas that they had to go, ooh, we got to just pull back. Now imagine the North African campaign when you have to look around for a plug-in for your electric vehicle.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a Jeep coming through. Oh, shit, it ran out of power. Well, let's get another one.
Don't worry, we're switching over to all electronic stuff. So electricity's the way to go, man, because let's face it, in a desert situation, you really want to find a charging station in the Sahara. Don't worry, man. They'll have one there.
If you're in the jungles of Nam, if you're in the deserts of Africa, if you're in the countryside of England or France, you're not going to be finding all this shit. How are you going to charge these when you're in a war situation? Oh, we got batteries we'll carry with us. Okay, you got chargers. Never mind. Never mind. I think too much, Jack.
Yeah. Hi, Alex.
Well,
When
maybe
we
they'll
get
throw solar
fusion?
panels on top of them so that they can keep them running.
Oh yeah, that'll be fucking spectacular. That won't backfire on us horribly.
You'd need solar panels the size of 3 Jeeps to try to keep the Jeep running for half an hour, but fuck it.
Look, we'll all be fighting over cobalt mines here in a few years. Don't worry.
This is so fucking retarded, man. So retarded. What's up, Alex? How you doing, my friend? And he's not wrong about us just not being ready for it. And it is all, oh, that's the one that we doubled up on. But that it's all this wokey bullshit.
I, for one, welcome our Chinese overlords.
Oh, I fucking hate these people. Frank Hubbard, thank you. They want us weak. They have for a long time, man. There's a lot of people out there, let's call them lefties, who do not like the fact that we have the strongest military in the world. How dare we?
Yeah, it's time to let somebody else be in charge for a while.
Yeah,
like we take turns or something.
Other people should be able to force their will on us.
Yeah. It's not like our president has been compromised through bribes to just give in to Chinese demands on stuff and say things like, we're not going to protect Taiwan because, his son got piles of money through various shell corporations. It's a good thing that's not happening.
Understatement. Thanks so much. Enemy soldier, you have captured me. What do you want? Why are you just sighing and rolling your eyes at me? Female Navy SEAL. You should just know. Right? How dare you? I shouldn't have to answer that. I should not have to put in that emotional labor for you.
Yeah. Why don't you look it up?
Can't you Google?
Oh, okay. The Chinese are going to be so good to the gay rights movement.
Oh, they will. They will.
Hey, what do you think we'll be wearing at the camps? Are we going to get like gray jumpers or?
Yeah, we're going to be wearing the same suit that I talked about yesterday, where it looks like we're going to go work on the railroads.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for more blue than a gray because the gray makes me look fatter.
Well, originally they'll be white. They'll just be so fucking dirty they'll look gray.
Yeah, that's true.
And for some reason, they won't come all the way down to the ankle. What is that, Chinese people?
You want it to be a little sexy.
Do you just run out of material?
Well, that's showing off their sexy ankles.
I guess. Black college grad and OnlyFans stars snatches mic from white administrator who wouldn't let her say her full name as racism accusations fly in viral video aftermath. Whew, there's a lot going on there.
I know, right?
By OnlyFans star, how many followers she got? I mean, isn't it something like if you have 10 followers on OnlyFans, you're in the top 1%?
Something like that.
A black college graduate ripped the microphone out of a white administrator's hand after she cut her off during her commencement speech, and footage of the incident has sparked strong reaction online. Kidia Iman was seen in a TikTok video where the Chinese took all of her information and stored it for later, wrestling a microphone out of a white lecturer's hand while graduates stood in line to receive their diplomas at an unidentified school. I want the mic, Imam can be heard yelling at the educator as she aggressively tugged the electronic from her. I realize you don't want to say.
Mail. I don't fucking know.
I know you don't want to say mic another time because you're trying not to repeat the same word in the sentence, but you really should have here.
I think they meant electronic device. Who knows?
But even then, you should have just said mic.
You'd think so.
Or change it up and say microphone.
No.
That's all you had to do.
No.
Anyway.
Electronic vocal amplifier.
You didn't let me get my moment. Who says that?
People that feel entitled to have their moment.
Each student was given the opportunity to say their name, major, and a few small things about themselves as they traveled towards the stage. The influencer and OnlyFans stars admitted in a separate TikTok video. But as she and other black students got the chance to speak, she said she noticed the woman pulling the mic down super fast from some of the black people. Imam went to reclaim her moment and told the crowd her full name. Oh, way to show up for oh, God. Yeah, nose ring. Should have known. I don't like how you snatched the mic out of my hand, and today is going to be all about me, she told the administrator before throwing the mic down forcibly onto the ground and walking. Oh, she had a mic drop.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is somebody that has a strong sense of entitlement, very obviously. But I don't like the way you did that because of my, I don't know. This lady's just delusional. I can't even try and make a joke of this. She's just stupid and delusional.
Wait. I don't want to be that person, but that was the tea.
That was the tea, yo. For real.
So I couldn't just I just couldn't let that happen because I worked so hard to graduate, went through so much shit to graduate. Everyone else there did too.
Yeah.
I just felt like I needed to reclaim my moment.
Oh, reclaim my moment. Oh, that's so stunning and brave. Everybody else has a moment too, asshole. Move along. Say your name and fucking go. Do whatever. It's fucking so self-absorbed. That's where we are.
Wait, this is tragic. I'm not a problematic person. I don't want to ruin no one's day. You're a college graduate. You are a college graduate. I ain't want to ruin nobody's day. I don't want to violate anybody, but that's what she did.
Oh, I was violated because I didn't get to give my monologue that I planned because I'm so special. Don't you know I'm on TikTok and OnlyFans? Oh my God. Do you know how special I think I am? Shut up.
To everyone saying I should be embarrassed or I'll never get a job, I'm a black woman in America. I am always in the right. You will not be gaslighting me into thinking I'm the bad guy. I did it for the girls that look like me. Love you. Fuck off.
I did it for the good. No, you did it because you're a self-centered piece of shit.
Many took to the comments to congratulate Imam, with one tweeting, I had to reclaim my moment and did. All the black girls stand up, one wrote. Let them sit down. Rosa Parks fought for that shit. One woman named Zaria. You named your child Zaria?
For some reason.
I'm so glad you stood up for yourself and had your moment. I'm proud of you and congratulations. You don't even know her. How can you be proud of her?
I don't know. You go, Queen Slay.
You obviously right because security behind you didn't even budge one room. No, they didn't want to lose their job from a TikTok video.
Yeah, they didn't want to be called racist because they were trying to stop some psychopath from stealing a microphone because she feels entitled to give us a fucking Shakespearean soliloquy.
And she admitted she had had her moment. They just took the microphone down because the bitch was talking too long.
Yeah, that's all it was. You don't want to let a black woman speak? No, we don't want anyone rambling on. Nobody wants to be here longer than necessary. Take your fucking award and move on. Jeez.
I wish there was video of them going up there and actually listening to that so we could time if okay, yeah, she was doing it too short for the black people. Somebody's got to have video of that.
Oh, I'm sure. And I'm sure this lady's delusional.
All right. Oh, man, this is another long one. Title, I mean. All right. Teen volleyball player who had both of her legs amputated after she was pinned between two cars during high-speed crash sues both drivers and the city of St. Louis because the motorist responsible for the wreck was out on bail despite nearly 90 bond violations. Jesus fuck.
Yeah, I was like, man, this title's really long. Holy shit. 90?
Well, at what point do you start holding the city responsible for shit? Yeah. How many times have we seen somebody who's gone out there and done something horrible and they have 30, 40, 90 different violations, and they're like, I mean, it was no big deal.
Yeah, and that's the problem is we're way too lenient on criminals. And we've got these pussy DAs that won't put actual criminals in jail, or they play favorites with their friends or ideological allies, and then innocent people get hurt. So I hope this lady wins.
Rebel, thanks for dropping the link over there for the ability to donate in the Rumble chat. Appreciate it. Janae Edmondson, I hate your whole name, was crossing an intersection with her family in St. Louis on February 18th when a speeding car collided with another. Why is she suing both drivers?
Probably just insurance thing.
Maybe. The Tennessee volleyball star lost both of her legs after being pinned between two vehicles. That's fucking horrible.
It is. What a shit way to lose that, too.
The alleged speeding driver was free on bond from previous armed robbery, despite nearly 90 violations of his bail. Oh, poor kid. Yeah. A teenage high school volleyball star is suing the city of St. Louis along with two drivers involved in a catastrophic car crash that led her to lose both of her legs. They repeat the intersection thing. High school senior in a town for a volleyball tournament was pinned between the two vehicles. She's suing the driver who was out on bond. The other driver, Elizabeth Smith, was driving without a valid license. Wow.
See, insurance thing.
So, yeah, I mean, in April 2022, Judge Brian Hattenbach issued an order stating Riley could remain free and set a trial date for 3 months later. Case never went to trial because the state was not ready, according to court documents. Well, I mean, if he had walked into the Capitol one fateful day, he'd still be behind bars. By the time Edmondson was struck in February, court records show Riley had violated the terms of his bond close to 90 times. Crash solidified anger towards the circuit attorney Kim Gardner. I'm guessing this is like the DA.
Yeah.
Amid concerns that dysfunction in her office allowed Riley to remain free. George Soros-backed Gardner, there's a fucking shock for you.
Yeah, I was really shocked by that one.
Who is not named in the lawsuit, resigned in disgrace in May. Edmondson, now 18, had her bright future brutally ripped away. The lawsuit filed on Tuesday by lawyer Kevin Carney Jr. states. The filing calling the crash completely preventable. Well, yeah, if that shitbag had been in jail where he belonged.
Yep.
I mean, the other chick who was driving without a license, I don't know. I feel like suing her for that is kind of stupid.
She wasn't supposed to be there.
Yeah, but I mean, it wouldn't change if she did have a license. You know what I mean? It's not like she was driving inappropriately.
Well, it depends why she lost her license. If it was reckless op or something, you know.
No, I hear you. I'm just talking about in that moment. If she had ran a red light or something in that moment, okay. I get it. No license. I'm not a big fan of having to have a driver's license anyway. Yeah, I'm kind of a libertarian on that.
Am I being detained? Do you want to speak to an admiral?
Yeah. Like, you have to have a license to operate this vehicle. Why? Why do you have to have all this information about me so I can drive? Now, if I do something wrong, pull me over and I'll give you my name. But anyway, she absolutely should be suing the one guy and that city. She should be suing that DA's office, whatever the hell they call it down there. Because fuck them. All right, Jack. Is this the one with Krasenstein? No. Oh my. Oh, I saw this silly bitch. I didn't watch this whole thing. But I was there when it was live. I logged onto Twitch one day to go do a stream. And as I told you, despite being a game platform, 99% of the time when I go over there, the video that's playing in the top has nothing to do with gaming. And this chick was up there. Okay, I say chick, but you guys are going to disagree with me when you see him. But this person was up there, and they were yelling at the audience, "What? Nobody has anything to say about that?" I was like, "The fuck is wrong with this?" Because they were mad as shit, Jack.
Yeah.
So anyway, I don't know what this one's about, but it is just kind of funny that this comes up right after that, because that was only like 2 days ago. All right. This is our woman. This is our proud woman. This woman got Michelle Obama shoulders.
Michelle Obama penis too.
Yeah. You're not trying very hard. You look like an extra from an 80s movie where you should have on like a leather jacket and you're supposed to be the tough guy in the gang.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the Kurgan looked more feminine.
Yeah. I mean, and even with the earring, because that was kind of a thing at the time too.
Yeah.
You know, you'd have the punk guy. All right, what are you mad about?
Appointment because I need to be checked. You know, I mean, they got to use a fucking speculum. They've got to take a.
I'm sorry. Have you watched this whole thing?
Yes.
Have they had bottom surgery?
What do you think?
I honestly don't know these days.
What matter? Would it?
Well, it would matter. I mean, you wouldn't need a speculum without the bottom surgery. That's clearly a dude. What are they going to do? Jam it up your ball sack? All right. I like their one tooth here that just pops up out of their face. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah, somebody in the comments called it a rogue tooth.
All right, Toofy. It's creepy that you have a Care Bear in the background, dude.
Yeah, I thought so too. That was the other thing that got commented on.
Even worse, you got a monkey back there. Take that shit out. Do not disrespect my people like that. Keldrick, thank you so much. I see that Cenk load the fuck up. I see that Cenk Uygur has finally transitioned to the I see that Cenk Uyghur's finally transitioned into the bridge troll he always wanted to be. Yeah, there's a little chenkiness in there. All right. Oh God, I want to hear this guy talk about speculums. Okay.
Sample, that type of thing, check for tears, blah, 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 right? I mean, makes sense. And so what they had said to me is like, well, we don't do that here. And I'm like, but you're a gynecologist office. Why wouldn't you? Well, we don't treat trans patients. So you're discriminating against me is what you're telling me.
They're telling you that they treat vaginas.
Yeah.
Which you don't have. You might have a wound down there that's trying to heal and you keep jamming shit in there to keep it from doing so. But you do not have a vagina. Go back to the plastic surgeon who did whatever they did to you and have them scrape you out.
Yeah, the gynecologist is looking for like cervical cancer and stuff like that, which you're not going to have.
Yeah. By the way, looking for tears. What have you been doing to that thing?
Question I was going to ask, but don't want the answer to.
You know?
No, I don't.
My female doctor in Toronto would have taken you in a heartbeat. Damn. Yeah, it's fucking bullshit. I am pretty fucking pissed. You know, it's so hard to find a fucking like a gynecologist that can like even work with me.
You know, Jack, I've had the problem of finding a good gynecologist myself.
I have never looked for one, but like this dude's got a New York accent, that snaggletooth and a cigarette, and the creepy Care Bear. This person probably has somebody trapped in the basement right now that needs assistance. Just saying.
What did they say they needed the to look for? It was tears and something else. All right, we got to go back so I can hear all of this. I'm sorry, guys.
Got to use a fucking speculum. They've got to take a sample, that type of thing. Check for tears.
Take a sample. A sample of what? You don't have vaginal fluid.
Semen sample?
What kind of sample are they looking for? The thing
Sperm?
causing the smell? That's you not cleaning it out. What kind of fucking sample are they taking from?
I don't know.
What you're looking for is just a GP if that's what you're actually looking for.
I think they're talking about a pap smear, and
Well, they
won't be getting
kind of
one
are, yeah.
Yeah, you're not going to be getting one of those because you don't need it.
They have no pap to smear.
Yeah.
Oh God,
blah, 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 right? I mean, makes sense.
no, it doesn't.
And so what they had said to me, it's like, well, we don't do that here. And
Because you're a dude.
I'm like, but you're a gynecologist office. Why wouldn't you?
Because
Well, we don't treat trans patients. So you're discriminating against me is what you're telling me.
You're a dude.
You know? My female doctor in Toronto would have taken you in a hot beat. Damn. Yeah, it's fucking bullshit. I am pretty fucking pissed. You know, it's so hard.
Maybe they don't treat upside down vampires.
Yeah, you're at the wrong. They don't treat patients like you because you have different equipment. Sorry, you're going to the wrong kind of doctor.
To find a fucking like a gynecologist that can like even work with me.
You don't have a
You
vagina.
know, and I don't understand it. So I don't know. I don't know. You know, it's
I don't know. I don't know. You know, I don't know. You're bad at your job too. You suck as a content creator.
You know who I thought this was when I first heard the voice?
Who?
Scooby.
Oh yeah.
It's the accent, I think. He's got that like Long Island accent. And I was like, oh my God, is that Scooby?
Look,
But-
trans folks, even when you've had your surgery, a gynecologist is not the right doctor for you. They need to come up with a new kind of doctor specialty for that.
Yeah,
But
there should
not
be
a- There's not enough of them to support that.
Yeah, there should be somebody that you go see after your operation, post-op, aftercare. But it's not going to be a gynecologist. I'm sorry.
Well, look, there are gynecologists who have started doing that, and good for them if that gets them some business. I don't care. But if a gynecologist says, yeah, you're in the wrong place, I understand why.
Plus, it's a little bit of a liability for them, I would think, because if the artificial vaginoplasty, if something goes wrong, they don't want to be blamed for that.
What kind of sample do they need to take? Wash your shit. Okay. It is a hole that's been put in the body that literally is trying to close up. You literally have to keep it open. In the first few weeks, I've read this before, Jack. I forget how much, but you have to keep a dilator in there basically constantly.
Yeah.
And then you got to do it like weekly or monthly. You remember we watched Jazz Jennings' mom tell her, if you don't do it, I'm going to do it for you. Which, by the way, she probably should have went to jail for saying.
Yeah, it's creepy as shit.
It's a threat of sexual assault. But it's not a vagina. There's a whole lot. I know you see the outside. It's just got the little labia there and maybe some hair, depending on how they do their grooming. And there's a hole you can see. There's a lot of stuff in that hole that makes you a woman. There's the cervix and the uterus and the ovum and the fallopian tubes, none of which you have. You just don't. That's what those doctors are checking. They're not looking to see that you haven't cleaned out your weird fake vagina in a while. That's not the kind of, you don't get a pap smear because you don't have pap, okay? Period. End of story. Go to a regular doctor and be like, this thing stinks and I can't figure out why. And that's who you need to see.
Real quick, thank you, Keldrig. Fee 5 fo fum. I have the face of an English bum. Yeah, it's snaggletooth.
Go to an ass doctor. I mean, even a proctologist would be closer. I'm sorry. I know you want to be a woman because you're wanting attention, but you don't get to do all the women things because you're not one. Christ almighty. That's going to be one of the people that would fake a period.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem is you get all these attention seekers that are role playing as people with dysphoria. People with real gender dysphoria have a lot more issues than this. This is stupid shit. You're playing a part. You're not actually dysphoric. I don't believe this person's dysphoric for a fucking second.
No, not at all.
This is a game to them.
Oh, damn it. She's way quiet.
Yeah, sorry.
All right, Jack. She's turned up as loud as she can be. Man, I wish this would. Okay. All right, guys. Some of you have been asking for this. Here we go. We got Miss Momlennial Rome Girl. Says, well, since I'm from Germany and live in the oldest city, which was founded as Augusta Trevororium by Romans. I guess she's going to tell us how the Spanish Inquisition was naming old German towns.
No, their town was founded by circus folk.
Circus. Okay.
Yeah, look at you. You live in a carny town. Good job, weirdo.
You're basically every city in Alabama. All right. What a face she's making there.
Yeah, that's not an attractive look. That's probably her O face.
Oh, I bet it is. Now I'm turned on. Ladies and gentlemen, this is really quiet. It's as loud as I can make it. Here we go.
Are you absolutely sure about that?
All right. She said, are you absolutely sure about that? And then she puts up, I'm guessing, Jack, this is like the guy with the Crayola markers. Founded by the Celts, in late 4th century BC as Trororium, and conquered 300 years later by the Romans, who renamed it Augusta Trevororium. It's considered Germany's oldest city. Okay. Let's say she's right, Jack. This just proves that the Romans did exist. You're gonna only take part of it. This is some Hunter Avalon shit. She's gonna take the part here that she likes. She's gonna ignore the rest.
No, it proves that the circus existed, monkey.
I guess so. This just means they were there in the 7th century instead of the 4th century. Which, by the way, long before the Spanish Inquisition. I'm not wrong about that, right?
Maybe.
Like almost 1,000 years before the Spanish Inquisition? Isn't that 1600s?
Yeah, it was like 1600 somewhere in there.
Okay, so
I'd look it up, but I don't give a fuck. So
800 to 900 years before the people you say invented all of this.
Well, see, I have a rebuttal video for you.
Okay.
Looks like it was founded by the Celts. In fact, it looks like the city is named after a specific Celtic tribe.
All right.
Kind of makes this 12th century foundation myth make more sense.
She just said that it makes the 12th century foundation myth make sense.
Yes, because it was founded by the Celts, not the Romans.
But her own source said it was founded in the 4th century, not the 12th century.
No. That's the legend. The myth is that it's from the 12th century by the Celts. And that's the one we're going with because it fits her narrative. You silly monkey.
Oh, okay.
You're trying to think and make this make sense, and it's not going to.
Which says it's an Assyrian city. No evidence in the historical record, though. Genetically, the Celts were a steppe people, meaning they were from Central Asia. So
Yeah, the Celts, the people that were in Britain, they're from Asia.
Oh my God.
That was the real clincher. I was worried you were gonna miss that bit, and I'm like, oh, is he gonna pause it?
Oh my God.
The
So
Celts are steppe people, so that means they're from Asia.
So the Scottish and Irish are Asian?
Yes, obviously. Duh. How did you not know that? Could you tell by their dark skin and their very narrow eyes that let them see in HD?
Do you know how much better Braveheart would have been with Mr. Miyagi?
Yes.
That would have been amazing.
Yeah. Oh, this lady has some serious caucasity to do that.
Please, this time rewind. I'm serious. How far back do you want me to go? We can replay the whole stupid shit. Again, guys, I'm sorry she's so quiet. I don't know why she is. I can't turn it up any further. I will be quiet and let it play the whole time. Here we go.
are you absolutely sure about that? Looks like it was founded by the Celts. In fact, it looks like the city is named after a specific Celtic tribe, which kind of makes this 12th century foundation myth make more sense, which says it's an Assyrian city. No evidence in the historical record, though. Genetically, the Celts were a steppe people, meaning they were from Central Asia. So
That's her real O face right there. At least that's how I picture it. Not that I picture it very often.
I think that's her. I did a good job with that blowjob face.
No, there's nothing leaking. Wow.
Yeah.
So she says this stuff from the historical record isn't true, even though she's using it to say that this guy is wrong. And then points to a myth that says there's nothing in the historical record that shows that that myth is true at all. To then tell us the Celts were Asian. The Celtic people are Asian.
Yeah. They were steppe people, so obviously Asians. Yep.
I
don't know how you're not getting.
She hurts my brain.
Well, there is another video that is kind of related to this that I thought we should probably look at.
All right. The next one down?
Yeah, it's the last link.
All right. Oh my God, that hurt. Bitch, why are you so dumb? Why is she so dumb, man?
I don't have an answer for that.
I think it's all the dye. It's all that, because this white hair is not real. That's dyed.
Well, she did just have a 40th birthday, so.
Why is she wearing an angry Mickey Mouse shirt? Dixie Rose, thank you. Has anyone checked to see if she's really serious or being sarcastic? Thank you for that. Feminist, $12. No, this bitch is for real.
She's very serious, unfortunately.
She believes in a weird conspiracy that all history is fake.
It's been revised.
It was all revised by the Catholics during the Spanish Inquisition.
And that's when they created the Romans.
That is a real thing. Oh my God. Her husband chose poorly. Oh, no. We've seen her husband. We haven't put him on air because he hasn't done this kind of stuff. And we're not bringing him. Sorry, I got to get some pills. We're not bringing him into it, but trust me, he married above his weight class still. As hard as that may be to believe. He won the lottery for what he is.
Yeah, he is definitely punching above his pay grade there.
How can I put this? He makes Hunter look manly. Hunter Avalon.
Yes.
Yeah, he's straight bitch. All right. This one's
think of this guy compared to Hunter Avalon. Hunter Avalon looks like Andrew Tate.
Then why already 2,000 years ago only Italians by law were civis Romani since birth and not the others? Why Italia was the Domani Provinciale? I can't speak Latin. Sorry.
Dude, we're not saying this woman's right. We're laughing at her because
God.
she's an idiot. So
who thought we were on her side?
I don't know. But
Yeah,
yeah,
she's
don't
an
try
idiot.
and overthink it. She's just a nut job. She's an adorable, harmless nut job.
Yes, exactly. And remember, nobody go fuck with her.
Yeah,
We
don't
don't
tip over the whole cow.
Yeah, we don't normally tell people not, look, you're grown ass adults, you can do what you want. But please leave her alone. She's been kicked off so many times, and it sucks because we lose the ability to laugh at her.
Yeah, and that hurts my feelings when you guys do that. So
Eagle said never crossed my mind. Look, most of you guys are really good and wouldn't do that, but occasionally we get people like, oh, I'm gonna go. Just leave this one alone.
yeah, there are very few things that make me laugh anymore.
Man, it's still the first one we ever saw that Pontius Pilate didn't actually exist. He was invented by the Romans because invented by the Spanish in the Spanish Inquisition because Rome wasn't real. That broke me that night.
Oh man, I hope she reposts those.
Oh, me too. It was wonderful.
That one's still floating around because that's the one that made the news articles.
I didn't even see news articles about her.
Oh, that happened right after I found her. Remember?
What? It wasn't like a month or two later, and I thought they were picking up other shit, but maybe you're right.
That one was in a couple of the news articles too.
She actually makes me think in a way. I mean, me too. If you're talking about, wait, is she right? And then my brain has to go, no, There's no Roman writing. My favorite line ever. There was no Roman writing.
There's so examples of contemporaneous literature because there's no Roman language. That's just Greek.
And the funny thing is, she never even brings up Latin there.
No, that's Greek, monkey.
It's just all Greek. It's all Greek to me.
Yeah, it's literally all Greek to her because it's.
Look, if she wants to go Greek, I'm happy to do it. There's going to be people out there that don't understand it. Let's go ahead and roll this.
Because none of that happened. Y'all have been lied to. I don't know how else to explain to you that the Spanish Inquisition completely destroyed European history.
Oh my God, she's going into the full thing. Oh, I love you for this one, Jack.
I know. Pretty awesome.
She's just the Spanish Inquisition did it all. Oh, sweetheart, I just want to hug you and put it in your butt.
And they tried to do the same in the Americas.
The Spanish Inquisition tried to do the same in the Americas?
Yes.
I am so confused.
Oh no! You see she gets into this in the comments. The Spanish Inquisition is still around. They just went through a name change.
Oh my God, they're the Illuminati.
No. They're the Congregation for the Doctrine of the Faith.
Oh, dear Lord. Oh, sweetheart. I love you so much.
Real quick before you hit play. Thank you, Dixie Rose, for that feminist donation. Could you imagine how funny it would be if she believed in the flying spaghetti monster and Pastafarians? I rule nothing out at this point. I think there are people that really believe in that sort of thing because there's all sorts of dumb people on the internet. But she's, I think she's Jewish, as I recall.
That's what she claims, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think she's practicing, but I don't know. She's a strange one, so I won't rule out Pastafarianism. Thank you, Dixie.
Greg in chat says she crossed the Rubicon with her views.
Yes, she did.
Well played. All right. Go bring it, sweetheart. Oh, I'm so happy. The Spanish Inquisition still exists. Oh, yeah. My goodness. All right.
That was not their first rodeo. They had been in Europe for hundreds of years, because the Inquisitions actually started in the 12th century.
See, you've been corrected, monkey.
So that explains why they made up that city in the 12th century.
Yeah,
All right.
They needed to. Like, sure.
Wait.
On paper, the Spanish Inquisition lasted from 1478 to 1834, but let's not get into that because the Catholics are big fat liars who rewrote history, obviously.
Okay, you're right. I shouldn't think about this. All right, let's just play. Sorry, that's on me.
Yeah, that's your
Now,
fault.
in 1562, Franciscan priests in the Central America burned every Mayan book ever. We have less than 5 Mayan books.
How do you know?
That's actually fairly accurate.
But how does she know that those aren't 5 Mayan books written by the Spanish Inquisition?
Look, I've told you about overthinking things here. We know that the missionaries burned a lot of their books because they said they burned their books. So I'm willing to concede that point. But you're not wrong. The Spanish Inquisition may have written those 5 books to throw everybody off track.
That's the face she makes when you cross the rim.
That's when you finish inside.
Ooh. All right.
They destroyed an entire continent's historical memory. They burned cultic images, ancestral roles, anything that would give these people a sense of identity. For example, what we call Mayans are actually at least 28 separate ethnic groups with their own cultures and histories that have been flattened by the church into a singular group.
That's not actually that accurate because the Mayans were a civilization and they conquered other neighboring tribes and built up.
I was going to say, didn't the Mayans do that?
Yeah, the Mayans did that. Much like the Romans, they went around and knocked over a bunch of other people. We're like, you're part of our group now. Deal with it.
You're Romans now. Welcome.
Yeah, they were the South American Romans.
That was very specific, Monkey. I know. She brings out the best in me.
Yeah. Did they destroy the Mayan printing presses too, Jack? No, like Evolve pointed out, they what they were calling books were effectively just scrolls of sticks that were written on. So it wasn't a book per se.
Did the Mayans have written language?
Yeah.
Okay. That I didn't know. That's fair.
Yeah, they actually had a written language. It was weird symbols, more like hieroglyphic kind of things.
Okay,
yeah,
so not a real language.
No, not a language.
Right.
But
okay.
Like little symbol things that were the equivalent of sort of like hieroglyphics.
So they're about 600, 700, 800 years behind everybody else.
Yeah, pictographs. Thank you, Paul.
Pictographs. There we go. Yeah.
Right. Couldn't think of the word.
It took less than 3 generations for those individuals to no longer be able to read or write in their indigenous language.
You can do that in a generation.
Yeah, look what we're doing in our high schools.
Right?
How to create an illiterate. Try.
Enough about Central American cultures, and they were massive industrial cities.
I guess you can say industrial for their time.
For their time, maybe, but industrial city. Oh, you're bordering on ancient alien shit right there. That's really reaching.
And this is one I don't know. Did they even have the wheel?
They might have. I'm not sure.
Anybody in chat who I've never studied the Mayans that well. Did they have the wheel?
I don't think they did. I think they did almost everything with like pack animals.
That's what they just drug shit everywhere.
Oh yeah, they say no, they never had the wheel. Thank you, Eagle.
But they were industrial. All right.
Yes, industrial without a wheel is an impressive feat.
Again, you can say, I mean, like even the Egyptians for their time were industrial, but it was for that time. It's nothing that we would consider industrial today. Yeah, you had people working to build shit as a group. I mean, kind of.
Yeah,
All
well,
right.
forced labor will do that.
Yeah, no shit.
They had conscription and human
Oh,
sacrifice.
Tina, I'm glad you asked that question. Does she think she's a history teacher? No. But she has a history degree. I mean, wait, no. She went to college for history for a little bit until she got pregnant and had to drop out. She used to claim that I have a history degree. And then people dug into her and found out no, she didn't. So she comes out and makes this video. Look, I had to drop out though because I had kids. Well, then you don't have a history degree. You're a liar. Thank you, Frank Hubbard. Only horse riding civilization had wheels. That makes sense.
Yeah, you would have to have wheels. You couldn't just have sleighs all the time.
Yeah. Anyway, she's self-trained. Yes, she's done her own research. Look, there is some stuff out there that you probably shouldn't read, or you should at least know that it's bullshit when you read it. And she doesn't. Oh God, you know how much bullshit I could sell this woman?
You need to start writing some alternative history books.
Oh, I could. She'd give me money. I promise you.
Y'all think that the church didn't do the same thing to you? Okay. Y'all have 0 original copies from Rome. But whatever helps you sleep at night, colonizer.
For Rome.
For Rome, you have no original from. We have Cicero's, you silly bitch.
Yeah.
We have several tomes. How do you believe in the Mayan tomes, but not the Roman ones?
Yeah. Let's see. We have Tacitus, Siratinus, Polybius, Livy, Gaius, Celestius, Crispus, Cassius Dion. Some guy whose name I'm not even going to try to pronounce. Arian. The list goes on and on. Cato the Elder.
Here's what she says. She says that all of those books that we have from back then, from the Romans, were written in the 14th or 15th century. I think 15th, because she loves the 15th century.
Yeah.
They were all written by the Spanish Inquisition during the 15th century.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what to tell you. The bitch is crazy. Normally, I'm against censorship, but it should be against the law for her to use the term y'all. Thank you so much, Keldrick.
Yeah, she actually does live in the South, shockingly. So
I like her saying y'all.
Um,
I find her adorable, you guys. I know
Yeah.
she's dumb as a fucking rock. But she's
it's
adorable dumb.
it's sort of like watching a kid with Down syndrome dance,
Yes.
like this weird, goofy little Downsy dance, and you're like, I should be laughing at this, but it's so fucking funny and mildly adorable. Just stay out of arm's reach because they'll rip your arms off and beat you to death with them.
Guys, I really do wish I could tell you exactly where she found this history. We have some guesses, but I don't know where she gets her sources from. And most of it seems to be made up completely.
Yes.
And it's wonderful.
I would love to see an interview with her kids, like by an actual investigative journalist type, where they find out like what the kids think, because she has 2 children. So
Hey, Camel says, is adorable the new word for retarded? No, there's some people who are so stupid I just find them adorable. And you'll see me say that to people on Twitter sometimes, like, that's adorable. And I sincerely mean it, because they're so dumb and they don't understand it.
yeah, it's a monkey version of Bless Her Heart.
It's bless her heart. Like, oh my God, you're so adorable. It is so cute that you believe this shit. And she believes it so hard. With her heart and soul, Jack. Except not with her soul, because that was something made up by the Spanish Inquisition.
Yeah.
All right, guys, there's your
Catholics
Rome
did it.
girl. Thank you, Dark Resurrect. I love her throwing in colonizer there at the end, like you are one of those colonizers if you live in the U.S. Thank you for that feminist $12, Dark Resurrect. Yeah, she's not a colonizer, you see, because she understands. She understands, Jack.
Of course she does.
And if you have the inside knowledge, then you're not a colonizer, even though you're living in colonized land. By the way, if you live on the earth, you live in colonized land.
Yeah, everything's been colonized.
It might not be the English colonization, but it was a tribe that took over another tribe, and you live in that tribe under their rules. That's your colony. You've been colonized.
Yeah, and there's been so many skirmishes throughout history that everybody's land has been conquered by somebody, and they've conquered somebody else's land. So deal with it.
I don't understand how she gets, what did she say? 38 separate tribes that have been just lumped in as the Mayans. The Mayans were a vicious people.
Yeah, it's just like the Incas and the Aztecs.
They were conquerors.
Yeah. Trying to dress them up with this revisionist history shit. It's a silly, kind of dangerous thing to do.
I don't even know what to say about that. All right. Guys, there she is in all her glory. God bless her. We're going to wrap up here. Going to go play. Wait, what day is this? We're in a Monday, right?
Yeah, Monday.
Yeah, so going to go play some 7 Days to Die. Things are going well. The base is looking good. We're going to see how it works out. I have a little trepidation. It might. I have a little bit of worry, Jack. A little bit. But it's looking okay. I have a little bit of confidence. Do I sound confident? I have some confidence. I don't have any confidence. But we're still going to do it. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you so much for word of mouth. We've really been growing, and that's because of you guys. Thank you so much. Please, please, please make sure you hit that thumbs up or the like button, whichever you're on your way out. Tell your friends, your family, that bitch you hate. We really do appreciate all of the support you guys give us, including and especially the monetary. The fact that you guys share your money with us. I know I use the word a lot. It really is humbling, and we cannot thank you enough. Jack, anything you want to show?
I'll drop a link to some cool video.
Awesome.
But as like Monkey said, thank you so much for the donations. You guys are awesome. We appreciate all the support. We appreciate everybody showing up. And I know tonight was a bit of a rough one, but we got to watch Rome Girl.
You know, we had a couple of, like, anytime we got to watch Merrick Garland, my blood pressure just shoots right up because that guy's a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, I watched it, so it means you have to too.
And you know what? It makes good content. It really does. But, oh, God, my blood pressure can't handle it. One of these nights, Jack, I'm going to get my blood pressure cuff, and we're going to watch a Merrick Garland thing, and I'm going to check it at the beginning and then at the end.
Yeah, it's going to spike about 10 points.
I'm not going to tell you guys what the numbers are because when it's normal, you'd be like, aren't you dead yet? But, yeah, that would be a fun thing to do.
The important thing that from tonight, the lesson we've all learned is that we got to introduce a lot of new people to Rome Girl. And I think that's the real takeaway here, that we have blessed all these people with the knowledge that this person does exist.
You know what we should do? We should pick a day, because I know there's people who don't like Rome Girl, but we should pick a day to end the show with Rome Girl.
Oh, yeah.
Do it like on it's Monday right now, but, you know, just pick one. All right, guys, it's Rome Girl night. We'll get to her later. But, yeah, we should do that because I've missed her. She is so goddamn dumb.
Yeah, well, she keeps having to make new accounts because people keep reporting her.
Yeah,
I fucking hate that. It's awesome. It's awesome.
She Tard Tuesdays. Oh, that would be great. But yeah, I really enjoy watching how dumb she is and the lengths she goes through to try to prove her bullshit. Today, she literally disproved herself and still claimed it as a win. I don't even know how to deal with that kind of dumb. But I like it. So, guys, I'm going to be over on twitch.tv/rantingmonkey for the last scheduled time. After this, we are moving over to here, to YouTube. We're going to be back doing it on my game channel live on Ranting Monkey Games. So we'll still be playing the same game. We'll just because I've been moving the new ones over there anyway. So we'll still be playing the same game, but fuck Twitch. Okay, just fuck Twitch. I want to like Twitch, Jack. I enjoy being over there, but the people in charge, I just don't think they want to make money.
No, they want to keep the money for themselves.
Wait.
I think they're really making a mistake.
I think they're seeing how much money they can make off the booby streamers.
Yeah.
And they're really pressing hard into the woke bullshit too, like what we saw with Snaggletooth there. The gamers aren't what they think the core audience is. So fuck them. I'm gonna move somewhere where, as bad as YouTube is, it's not that bad.
Yeah. Have you looked at that Kick at all?
No, I don't want to go to another platform again. One day, if I ever get the opportunity, if I get better internet, I will start dual or multi-streaming, and maybe I'll go over there. But for right now, nah. Right now, if I could dual stream my game streams, I would be doing them over on Rumble.
Oh.
There's not a big gaming presence over there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it would be fun to do.
Have to market.
Just do Rumble, also same time, same place. The problem is, when I do it this way, I'm uploading. Everything is coming from my computer, and my internet is shit. So, if I can find a way to dual stream, I absolutely would. Because why not?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all inside baseball bullshit. I'll be over on twitch.tv/rantingmonkey. I'm not saying it's the last time, because maybe I'll come over there now and then and do a stream, but the last scheduled one, the last one I planned on doing.
I'll be in my bed because I'm going to bed.
Fear of missing out is a real thing. You don't want to miss the last show over there, do you? Do you?
I'm going to bed.
Damn it. All right, guys, thanks for coming, Jack. A pleasure as always, my friend.
Oh, I'm always glad to be here.
Everyone, have a wonderful night. We'll see y'all next time.
Bye, everybody.
Rome girl is kind of stupid, but she's got nice boobies on top. I bet she likes it in the butt. And when you do it, it goes pop.